Hi guys, this is my screencast for my final STEM lesson plan. So I went ahead and used the EDP process, and so the first process that I started with was asking, talking about how to figure out the problem and trying to figure out a STEM lesson plan to go along with trying to create a paper circuit board. So when I received the materials, I of course was kind of looking at it a little funny, but then I kind of laughed because that is just completely STEM. You try to use different materials to create a certain activity or something that you're trying to do. And so I started thinking about how could I use the materials that were sent to me. And then when I came up with my lesson plan is to create a lightsaber and use it on May 4th, which is a big Star Wars thing. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I do STEM activities every year on May 4th. This past year my students created a droid, and I thought this would be really cool with the paper circuit to try and light up a lightsaber and asking if the lightsaber will be bright enough. And Vasquez always encourages to start with a question and then you're wanting to seek to how to answer that question. So the next stage that I used was an imagine. I started brainstorming, and so I came up with creating a lightsaber, and I had to do some research. I didn't know what circuit boards were, and I had never really worked with them before. So a circuit board is a sheet of insulated material used for the mounting and interconnection of components in electronic equipment. So I learned that it helps to power things, it lights things up, and so I was starting to make predictions that I could hopefully test according to Vasquez during this imagine stage. And so I started to plan it. Where should I start? What kind of materials do I need? Will the light be bright enough that I was sent? Did I have to buy anything extra? And then I started to think about technicalities of the lightsaber. What would be the best base? Because I knew it would be a little heavier based on what I was thinking about in my head. And so really the planning stage was where I wanted to define my conditions and examine and determine how my results would be recorded. So then here are the pictures that I took of my various stages of creating my lightsaber. And so I used most everything in the bag that was sent to me. I supplemented 3 items, bubble wrap and a toilet paper roll and the battery. And so I started with the toilet paper roll as my base, and I taped the battery in there and the wires down, and then I used the copper tape that was sent as well because I saw that that was good conductor to get the circuit flowing. And so then I did the same thing on both sides. I cut out the bubble wrap from an envelope I had laying around since I didn't have just bubble wrap laying around. And then what I did was I taped the light to the opposite ends of the copper wiring, and I made sure to match up the negative and positive sides hopefully correctly. And then I taped my plastic wrap around my lightsaber, and as you can see, mine didn't work at first, and that leads me to my improvements, which I was playing with the bulbs when I got them just because I wanted to see how they work, and I think I short circuit them because I saw that a 9-volt battery is very strong and could do that. So that would be something I would improve upon, not play with them as much next time. And I also would want to maybe use a less powerful battery just for with my kiddos so that they're able to do it, and I would do more research about circuits. Here's my lesson plan, but you can look at that in the attached discussion post. And so I analyzed my lesson. Over here are all the yes columns. This in the somewhat. I said somewhat because some students may not be interested in Star Wars, but some may. I also said somewhat because I am giving them a certain way that they have to create the circuit board, but they do have some freedom. And I didn't outline this in my lesson, but I would want students to work in at least teams of 2, but maybe sometimes work on their own just to see what they create. So that is my lesson, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's lesson. Thanks guys for watching.